Alright guys, guess what day it is? It is Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. I am in the shop. It is like 8:30 something. Last Friday, actually, the video didn't get uploaded because our signal sucks here until like noon. So I'd already done half the stuff by the time actually y'all saw the Happy Friday deal. Oh, but today I'm going to show you a couple of projects I'm working on in the shop. It is a nice day, t-shirt weather. Mosquitoes that I mentioned yesterday in that video. If y'all hadn't seen my antique desk clock, it's an hour-long video, but you know, it's pretty good. It shows, try to show everything really detailed. So today I've got a quote I got to go look at to put in security strike plates. That's the longer strike plates with the long screws on 2 doors and new hardware. Except it's late this afternoon and it's in way down in South Jackson. I don't really want to do it after 3:30. I just don't like doing that, especially on a Friday because we always have emergency calls and stuff come up. Right now it's scheduled as a slow day, but I've got like some internet work I got to do. I got to reply to some emails. I have to finish up a quote and work out a quote with somebody on installing some access control stuff. Let's see, tomorrow I don't have anything scheduled as yet, but Friday the phone is just, and I'm surprised the phone might interrupt us here, but throughout the day Friday we typically get 3 to 5 calls, and some of them can wait, but most of them are like, oh my god, I gotta get this done. So the current little thing going on in Fondren, I've talked about this before there, and you may have seen it on some of my driving into the area, but they're working on the sidewalks. And I'm going to take this phone off. I'm going to go outside and peek. Oh, my finger's in the way. They're starting to go further down the sidewalk down here. And they're blocking off the parking for Fondren Place. So if you go right past that, they've been doing the sidewalk. You see past the left of the UPS van, oh, that's new sidewalk, but they are making their way down this whole strip. They have that parking blocked off, which is going to cause all the people to go to those restaurants to try to park anywhere they can, which again is another reason why we keep signs up. But we are phase 2, so at some point we're going to have this all in front of the shop, all the way down our strip. So that is no fun that they're taking the parking at all. Sidewalks hopefully will be really nice and ADA compliant when they get done, but it is very, very bad for our businesses. This is going to put a serious crunch on the parking situation. It already has put a serious crunch on the driving situation. But what can you do? We've been waiting on this for 8 years. Sidewalk width is a little ridiculous, but they had to do that. We're getting a new bus stop right there. And then the hotel project up the street. So I just can't wait. You can hear how loud that is now. I can't wait until it's right freaking here. Anyway, there's my rant for sidewalks. Progress. Let's zoom back out so you can see me. So what I was going to do was I'll show you what I'm doing here behind me on the counter. I am going to clean my van out a little bit. There's one fairly new subscriber who keeps being like, clean your van, clean your van. You know, there's different levels of cleanliness. When you have so many different bags, and I do have a smaller van. That van was bought a long time ago because I go into parking garages. We have a ton of parking garages downtown. At the time I was doing AAA, and I needed to be able to get in these parking garages. I can literally like reach my finger out the window and touch the top of them, so I have to go really slow in some of these parking garages. But that's why I never got a bigger van, because it's really hard to move. There's small garages that are 2 or 3 floors. That's why I got a small van. Don't do AAA anymore. Don't go in them as much. So yes, now I wish I had a bigger van, but I've got so many tool bags and they just lay in the you know, I just put them in there as well as I can, along with stock like door locks and latches and parts and all that. So it may look messy, but it's just full. It's like everything's in its own bag. And I did clean out my work area. I'll show you all that in a later video. I straightened all that up Sunday after that vacant house, and I wiped my hands with an alcohol rag, and somebody was like, you need to disinfect your tools. I do disinfect my tools, but after that, my OCD cleanliness issue, because I'm very kind of a germaphobe a little bit, and Sunday I stripped out all the main work area where my penning kit is and where I pull out the drawer to do my penning. I cleaned all that up, so and wiped it all down with alcohol and scrubbed it on and everything else. So again today, really not much on tap. Starting off with Slow Friday. I'm gonna knock on wood. Sure, we'll get some calls in, but right now I've got desk cleaning, I've got a van organizing, I got new shoes for my van, I got 2 new tires, yay! It sucks, but I got 2 new tires, and we discovered that I need front brakes, so I gotta go buy brake pads today and run it back by there and get him to take the wheels off. And he rotated my wheels, so my 2 backwards were bad. He took my 2 front ones, which were still good, put on the back, and put the 2 new front ones, 2 new ones on the front. And we went with the heavier duty light truck tire. I can get kind of a little bit cheaper ones, but our roads are so freaking horrible that I went ahead and coughed up the extra money to get the 2 new tires. I knew the brakes were an issue because I started hearing them squeal, but I didn't know whether they were front or back. Sounded like back, ended up being front. When he was rotating tires, he found it. And my Hydro Boost, I've talked before about my freaking power steering fluid leaking, and in my van it's not just power steering. I still have power steering, but the control system controls like a lot of other stuff in my truck. I'm not great with vehicle maintenance, but when I did all my front end issues, he sprayed it all down, found a hose that was leaking, but that didn't fix it. And yesterday when he was doing the tires, he looked at it and said it's leaking out of the Hydro Boost module. The mount mechanic's very conservative, and he's more of the ones that's like, don't fix it till you need it. It whines real bad. You may heard it when I was driving. It's kind of got a high-pitched whine. So they think that's because of that. So as soon as they get past the tire expense and then now the brake expense, the Hydro Boost, and I hadn't Googled it yet, so please don't tell me in the comments how much a Hydro Boost for an Astro van is, because I'm not quite interested in it. Not interested. No, thank you. So I'm kind of worried about that. Right now it's just an annoyance. He says as long as your power steering itself works, but mine has this central unit where everything is a lot of stuff is controlled by the power steering pump. I thought it was, but it's this Hydro Boost thing. So whatever. Keep putting money into it. It's better than a new car note. It's still drivable. But I'm gonna have to flex seal the top. And I need to go find some homies to wash my van for me because I don't want to. I'll go to one of those pay per and do it myself. I bought that brush to get the top. So I gotta wash it. Put a little more love into it with brakes, get a new Hydro Boost on there, keep it running for a little while longer, and deal with the space issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it, and you know, Happy Friday videos I usually keep those kind of short. Just wanted to say Happy Friday to all of y'all. Have a great weekend. I've got several videos that I've got working on right now. Not major ones, just like unboxings and, you know, just general stuff around the shop. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great Friday and a great weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. Happy Friday, y'all. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I said I was going to show you this. These are all cylinders that I took off of replaced off doors. However, when I come up on a rekey on these, I like to have them keyed like ready to go. So instead of rekeying, especially if theirs get wallowed out, I don't normally recommend these cylinders, but when somebody calls for a rekey and they don't want to spend the money on all new cylinders, since those are just working for like, you know, rental places, then instead of me sitting in rekeying, I can just take a new set of cylinders and swap them in for, you know, practically the same thing. So anyway, that's that screw thing. I'm going to run to Home Depot today to get a better carrier for my screw thing, and yeah, straighten the truck up. So again, thanks for watching. Peace.